Hi everyone, I'm Ghost Masala and welcome back to week 23 of the Premier League predictions, a series where various YouTubers face off against each other, predict some Premier League games, gain some points in a league table system, and the player with the most points at the end of the season will be the winner. And of course, this week I'm playing against a new guest to the series. Of course, the guests need to play some games in order to catch up. This guest is called Mezquez. He has some good FIFA content, including Road to Glories. I believe his Road to Southampton recently just finished. And he also recently did some live streams. I like them a lot. I think they were the best. They're the best thing I've seen on his channel recently, so go and subscribe to him. He also recently hit 100 subscribers, similar to me. So yeah, of course, if at this stage of a YouTuber's channel, every subscriber counts. So yeah, subscribe to me as well while you're here. The table is sorted out now. Of course, let's have a look at it now. And I've sorted out the issues with it. And it's very close at the top, as you can see. Only 3 points separate the top three. It's incredibly close. And also the guests could easily catch up too. Of course, they have 4 games in hand. If they get an average of 10 points per game, they could so easily catch up with the rest of us after a slow start. And last week I won 10-6 against Captain Thorpe in a relatively low scoring game, which takes me above JFG 17 in the table into second place. So hopefully I can sort of push on a bit more and try and go for first place in this one. And let's get on with the predictions. First up we have Wolves versus Leicester, and I've gone for a 2-0 win for Wolves in this one. With I've even put my 2 times point score on it. And Mezquez has also gone for a 2-1 win. I've chosen mine because I believe Leicester are on a downward spiral at the moment and Wolves are looking good, and I think Wolves will just have too much for them. I think Claude Puel has to go before Leicester's form can sort of be turned around, and they just have too much quality. Of course, they beat Liverpool recently. They do have some really good quality players, so I think Wolves will quite easily walk away with this one. Next up we have Liverpool versus Palace, which is going to be a very interesting match because Crystal Palace always seem to have good games against Liverpool. This is why I've only gone for a 2-1 win against Crystal Palace. Of course, on their day, Crystal Palace can be quite a big threat against Liverpool, and of course Benteke and some other players will be playing against Liverpool, their old club of Mamadou Sakho as well. So they might be sort of like looking for revenge. Mezquez has no doubts about Crystal Palace. He's gone for a 3-0 win, and he's even put his double points on this game. He could well be right, to be honest. Liverpool could well walk over them. However, I don't think they will. I think it will be a tough match. Next, we have Bournemouth versus West Ham. I've gone for a 1-1 draw, Bournemouth against West Ham, and Mezquez has gone for a 2-1 West Ham win. This game could really go either way. Both sides are in alright form. Bournemouth have had a bit of a downturn in form at the moment, and I don't think they'll win, but I think they'll be able to draw this one against West Ham. West Ham are in good form though, so they could well win. It's a really difficult one to call, this one. So yeah, especially if Arnautovic has left by the time this game is played. Of course, he's in discussions with China. This actually could well be his last game for the club. So it'll be interesting to see whether he's left by the time this game is played. Next we have Southampton versus Everton. Both of us have gone for Everton wins here. I've gone for a 2-0 win. Mezquez has gone for a 1-0 win. I think Southampton will eventually start to turn their form around, but I don't think it will be in this game. Everton will have way too much quality for them, and I've just gone for a 2-0 win. I think they just have too much for Southampton to deal with, to be honest. Of course, I do kind of hope that Southampton do turn their form around because they've got some really quality players. And finally, we have the biggest matchup of the this week of games, and that is Arsenal versus Chelsea. And we clearly don't think it's the biggest matchup because we've both gone for Chelsea wins, 3-1 and 2-1 respectively. I just think Chelsea are in a good spot. Arsenal are not. It's a tough one to call, but I just think Chelsea will have too much for them. I mean, it's really tricky, but I don't think Arsenal will be able to pull themselves back after that last week's loss against West Ham, and I think unfortunately they might be caught by Man United, as much as I hate to say that. But yeah, 3-1 win. I reckon Hazard will score 1 or 2 if he's not injured. I'm sure he's not injured. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of predictions. As always, would you agree or not? Who do you think will win in this round of fixtures? Who do you think will win out of the two of us that have played today? You can vote in the poll if you haven't done already. And if you want to be on the series as well, make sure to contact me or JFG17 or Captain Thorpe. We'll be happy to have you on, especially if you have a YouTube channel of your own. I guess that's all I've got to say, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.